Kelsey work. Tori into the middle on 8.
Nauset likes to work it up the side, so the girls have to be on their game on the wings.
Number 15 for Nauset throws in as Jessica Barr tries to boot it up the field.
The teams look pretty evenly matched, which is really good. The coach was saying that that Monomoy likes to compare themselves to see how they grow as a team to Nauset each time they match up.
Number 15, Alyssa Lyons, will have the throw in here. She throws it to Leah Nash, who Kelsey Olsen ends up with the ball as it is deflected further into Monomoy's zone. Maggie Dever dodges a defender here. This kicked back, and Katie Ganshaw will watch it go out to make it Monomoy's ball. Strong kick by Josie Ganshaw, who sends it up to Kelsey.
Step up!
And is centered back to Nauset, who switches fields, and Kara Moore kicks it up into Monomoy's circle.
That was a nice, great play by Jessica.
She keeps tweaking her.
Oh, great save by Josie Ganshaw. This Sharks goalie has been a very key element to their record this year. She's a very strong goalie, and she's very young, so it's good to hold on to her. Kara Moore with the boot past the 50. It's number 22 for Nauset, who crosses it to 23.
Nice play by Abby.
Isabel Pellegrini sends it back.
There you go. Well done, well done.
And Nauset has switched field again.
She's going to take it down the side.
Leah Nash putting on great pressure here as it's centered to number 8 for Nauset, who looks for the back pass once again. 14 boots it back into Monomoy's circle. And Katie Ganshaw works hard to protect her sister, who's the goalie. Josie will kick the ball past the 25. Jessica boots it back.
No turn yet. Win it, Kara.
Ball is booted back onto Nauset's half of the field, and Kelsey Olsen fights for the ball there.
Great stuff, Allie.
Cheska doing a great job in defense, trying to keep the ball onto Nauset's side. Maggie kicks it to Abby Wallace, who's looking for the give and go here. Holds onto the ball, passes it back to Katie Ganshaw, who centers it back to Kelsey Olsen.
That's a really good idea there.
Alyssa Lyons puts pressure on number 15 for Nauset as she continues to carry it down the wing, which Nauset's known for doing. The ball's centered to Nauset. They take a shot on goal, and it's just left.
So Nauset's taking a lot of shots, but only one has been on net so far. Monomoy has no shots on net, no attempts.
Abby Higgins kicks it up to Maggie Dever, who centers it to Tori McCormick. Tori working to dodge past these defenders. She's going to need some help on the wing here. Kelsey Olsen falls just short.
Tori has a lot of really good ideas here. You can tell she's a really smart player, and she's on her game tonight.
Leah Nash. Kelsey attempts to center it here, but it ends back into Nauset's possession. Kara Moore is a very strong defenseman for Nauset. She's playing very well tonight. You can see her use her speed as she pushes it down the wing. This is going to be Monomoy's ball right here. Hannah Slater sends it up. Jessica Barr with an important clear to the side here to protect her goalie.
We have a corner here. This could be very dangerous for the Sharks.
Reagan, yep.
We're going to have Reagan Meehan, a junior, take the kick. Cheskabar is known for being very defensive and very aggressive on these corner kicks, so hopefully she'll show up on this one. Interesting play there.
A little bit of a trick pass.
Oh.
As the ball is sent over the net for Nauset.
Nauset is playing really well, but they really just can't get that finish in, and that's going to be very important.
Well done.
Josie Ganshaw will have another kick here. Katie Ganshaw makes an important step to get in front of Nauset, a fenceman.
What'd she get her with? What'd she get her? Kicker?
We have a kick for White. Abby Higgins taking the kick. This will be a long boot.
Nice send by Abby Higgins right over the 50 to Kelsey Olson, who heads it off to Tori. She passes it to Abby Wallace, number 9. Abby centers it to Maggie Dever.
Ooh, nutmeg!
Nauset regains possession and calmly centers it back across the 50.
Oh! That was
Higgins
really
with
nice.
the ball. Nauset with a touch there. Poor touch up to Maggie Dever, who sends it to Kelsey Olson. Who sends it to Tori McCormick, who looks for the left boot there, but it goes just wide of the net. Great give and goes there by the Sharks. We're going to have to keep up the strong passing play to get by Nauset defensemen.
They're playing really smart tonight. These small passes are going
Working
great
well.
for them.
Come on, step up. We can't let her have time now.
Nice boot by Abby Wallace, looking for Kelsey Olson there, who's just short.
That was
Abby
beautiful.
Nauset's really looking at these back passes, which seem to be working well for them as their defense is very strong, as we mentioned earlier. Cheskabar, it's a one-on-one here, and it's a one-on-one for the goalie with number 16, who boots it right over the net once again. As you said earlier, Nauset's got a lot of shots on net, but they're just not putting it where it's supposed to be.
That's the kind of play you need on the ground and in the corner. She could have had that one, but Josie's been having some strong kicks. Monomoy needs to come to and help her out.
Up to Hannah Slater, who ducks it.
Nice
to
play,
the Nauset
Maggie.
player. You see Abby Walls up the wing.
That's a white ball.
Good here. Ashley, you can release that. You can release that, Mark. Stay in here and get pick up higher. Yep.
Runs in.
You got cover.
Hannah Slater sends it up again to Maggie Dever. Tori McCormick ends up with the ball and takes it just wide of where the Sharks wanted it. Alyssa Lyons fighting to get the ball from number 22 for Nauset as she continues to carry it up the wing like they have been all game.
Going up against the senior there. Probably not the best matchup.
Looks like Alyssa Lyons will have the throw in. Throws it up, looking for Kelsey Olson there as it goes just over her head. Tori McCormick fights to keep the ball for Monomoy, but it ends up out on her, so it's a Nauset ball.
That was a good idea there by Tori again.
Looks like Reagan Meehan will take the throw in for Nauset.
Oh. Looks like that'll be a kick for Nauset. Foul on Cheskabar. We're glad she's being aggressive. That's what we like to see.
Sharks will turn and face as Reagan Meehan takes a kick. Higgs looking for the header there. Just misses it. It's passed back to defenseman Kara Moore. Sends it up to 16 for Nauset, who crosses it.
That was a nice cross.
Cheska playing a very aggressive game like we mentioned earlier.
This is a shot here.
Yes! Great save. Great initial save by Cheska. Nauset doesn't give up. They took that one in, and it'll be 1-0 for Nauset.
That was a nice goal there. Josie had the initial save. That's so hard. Went into right there. She was probably a foot away from her. There's not much you can do on one of those.
Nauset remains strong and does not give up on the play. That second effort really helped them out there. Kelsey Olsen will have the ball here for the Sharks as they work to head back up to the field and Nauset tie this game. Higgs sends it to Maggie Dever. Ends up in Nauset's possession again. Abby Higgins is not giving up. 21 for Nauset, boots it to 19. Great touch by Kara Moore. Katie Ganshaw sends it back over the 50 for the Sharks. And it ends up in Nauset's possession once again. Kara Moore with a pass to 21 for Nauset. Kelsey's pushing. Here the Warriors go back up the side. Cheska stands her ground. Number 6 for Nauset. Looking for that back pass once again. And the boot from number 14.
That looks like a handball.
Yep, and that's just what the refs called. So it'll be going this way for the Sharks. You can see the subs going in here now. Lucy Ryan, Sam Mahoney, Caitlin Lyons. Lucy Ryan, she's famous for that pregame sandwich. We saw her eating Subway on the way here. She says that's the key to her game. Let's see if it works for her today. Nauset really does have that strong wing play as the Sharks fight to put it up the middle.
The Sharks really have to keep using these small passes. Booting it up the field is not going to work for them.
That'll be out on Nauset, so it's going to be Monomoy's ball, and it looks like Alyssa Lyons will take the throw in here. Subs are going in, and off the field comes Hannah Slater. Leah Nash.
I think it's Alyssa.
And Alyssa Lyons, yes. So you can see the Sharks just from the subs here. We have a very young team. We just took off an 8th grader and 2 freshmen, and they're up against many seniors on the Nauset team. Throw in by Lucy Ryan.
Ooh, aggressive play there.
Cheska Barr will boot it.
We really got to be first 2 on those.
Yes, you were going to want the Sharks to cut in on that one.
That was a nice turn by Cheska. That's exactly where she wanted that ball. Good job.
Reagan Meehan's going to take the throw in for Nauset. Sends it. And it comes back her way as Kelsey Olsen fights to come up with the ball. She sends it up. Tori McCormick's right there for her, but is double teamed. Great kick by Caitlin Lyons. Nauset ends up with it again. Sam Mahoney fighting for the ball here against defenseman. And Kara Moore boots it back to Monomoy's direction. Off of the head of Abby Higgins. Maggie Dever pushes by. They're going to need some pressure here on the great cross by Alyssa Lyons.
That was a nice try there.
Nice, Hannah!
Oh, that was a nice turn.
Number 5 for Nauset is going up the wing, which we've been seeing a lot today.
We're going to watch for a cross in the middle.
Hannah Gale as she fights to put it back past Cheska Barr.
The call there is a goal kick. Maggie Dever has been on her game today. She's stepping to every ball, playing aggressive.
It's very important to have such skilled players at such a young age because these are kids that are going to learn and grow and stay in the program and keep it strong. Josie Ganshaw kicks it up to Lucy Ryan. Ends up with Nauset's possession, but it looks like Katie Ganshaw is going to come up with the ball here as she kicks it off to the side.
We really can't give up those goal kicks, though. You have to come to on those. That's a missed opportunity right there to bring it up the field.
Another throw in by Reagan Meehan, who throws it backfield to number 16 for Nauset. Maggie putting on good pressure there. Abby Higgins with a great send as Kelsey Olsen.
Go, come on, Tori.
Good touch by Kara Moore.
Oh, nice.
Great touch by Maggie Dever as she sends it off to the side, but nobody's there to receive her pass.
Oh. Cheska's there. Tries to save it from being a corner. Nice.
Lucy Ryan will boot it off to the side.
Step to that.
Abby
Nice.
Higgins with a great send all the way up to the 40 as she looks for Kelsey Olson to take it up the field. It bounces back the other direction towards Monomoy. It's going to be Monomoy's ball here.
Get compact back. Yep.
What was the call on that? Did you see?
I missed that. Looks like Abby Higgins is going to be taking the kick here, though, for Monomoy. Abby Higgins is known for a strong boot here. She sends it up. She's looking for Kelsey Olson once again, but she's just short of the header there. Tori McCormick fights for the ball back as Nauset works to send it backwards, but Tori comes up with the ball. She pushes through 2 defenders, and the third boots it out. That's Kara Moore again with that strong boot.
You see that Tori's putting pressure on them. That is a panic play to kick it out like that. That is good pressure to be putting on them.
You got it. You got this, girl.
Freshman Leah Nash is going back into the game.
I think that Subway sandwich gave it the strength to hop the fence.
Oh, yes, Lucy's coming across the fence there. It's definitely the Subway sandwich. Throws it into Kelsey Olson with a nice cross. Looking for Abby Higgins there. Abby fights for the ball. Caitlin Lyon steps up. And it's back out off of Nauset. Subs are going in. Looks like Leah Nash is going to be taking out
You didn't believe me?
Cheska Barr.
You didn't believe? No, you're out.
Cheska Barr is out.
She has that pulled hamstring. She fights through half of the first half. Senior captain's been working extremely hard this season. She's been here since the start of this program. Her freshman year, it's really grown and strengthened. She's put in a lot of work this season, and it really shows out there.
That's a crucial player to be lacking on the field.
For sure. Nauset sends it up to their forward number 9.
And
Fights for the touch, but pushes out of bounds. Sam Mahoney, number 25 for Monomoy, tries to send it up to Maggie Dever, number 16. Successful throw in there as Maggie dodges around, but it's booted back towards Josie Ganshaw. Leah Nash looking for Josie to step up, kicks it off to the side.
here's a corner kick here. Without Cheska on the field, this could be dangerous for the Sharks. We really got to be aggressive on these and be the first to the ball. There's only one person at the corner, so it's just going to be a boot to the net. No trick play here.
That's right across the net. Great placement there. It actually hits the bar of the net.
It's a great kick.
Looking for the top shelf, but they just missed. Ball's directed back towards Josie Ganshaw as number 9 for Nauset looks for the cross there, but great defenseman play by Sam Mahoney.
That was an awesome play. Sam's really aggressive out there. It's good to see. All right, let's be the first 2 here on this ball.
Josie boots it up, looking for somebody to step towards the ball, but there's a lot of room there for Nauset to step up instead. Abby Higgins crosses it, ends up with Nauset on the ball again, as Caitlin Lyons fights for the ball to stay in the lines. Reagan Meehan with a strong boot towards Josie Ganshaw, who steps into play and has the ball in grasp. She's looking to throw this one in. Oh, punts it.
Step to that.
Up to Tori, who heads it to Abby Wallace.
That looks like a foul. Nauset. Push
And
on Kara Moore.
We're going to see Abby Higgins take the kick again. Another strong captain for this team.
Tori, go central! Tori, go central! Tori, go central!
Tori to go central. It's going to Tori and hopefully over her head so she can get that run there.
Kelsey with a great header despite
There it is.
her height. And it's kicked out of bounds on Nauset, so that's going to be Monomoy's ball once again. Sam Mahoney's going to take this throw in here.
The Nauset defense really doesn't do much besides throw it or kick it out when under pressure.
Panic move there. Abby Higgins with great ball control and patience. Looking for someone on the post there. And the Nauset goalie grasped it. Jamie Rushnack with her first punt of the game.
Very strong punt.
Abby Higgins deflects us away from Nauset team. and they still gain possession.
Too much time! Too much time!
Monomoy really has to put some pressure on here. They're giving Nauset players lots of space and lots of time to think about where their passes want to go.
We're going to watch for the cross here.
Looks like a nice cross. Ooh.
There's a shot for Caramore.
And the ball is sent just over the net by Nauset. Again, Nauset's having a great percentage of shots on net here. Lots of them are going over the net. They're really going to look to correct their aim here, but it could be dangerous if they figure this out.
Yeah, a lot of attempts, but not that many on net, which Sharks like to see, but...
Looked like a handball there, but no whistle from the refs. Leah Nash with a nice boot off balance as it'll go out of bounds. And Reagan Meehan will chase after it and look for the throw in here. Tries to throw it up the wing here, where they're strongest. Maggie Dever
steps two once again. Nice pressure by Maggie. Gets it to be a white ball.
We have subs going in. We have, let's see who we have here. We have 29, Grace Ventura, who's an 8th grader, with another 8th grader, Dakota Hess. Off the field comes Maggie Dever, who has had key play this game. She's been showing up all season long. You see her in the headlines of the newspaper frequently. And as such a young player, again, this is very important for Monomoy. It'll be great to have her for these next few years.
A nice pass.
Abby controls the ball and boots it back over the 50 for the Sharks. Looking for Kelsey once again. Grace Venetia on the ball. Kelsey Olsen, who looks to dodge pass, number 15 for Nauset. Abby Walls puts on some pressure. Nauset's defenseman. It's going to be Monomoy's ball here. Thrown by Sam Mahoney. She's looking for number 10 here, Dakota Hesse, the 8th grader. Kara Moore steps up.
Down the line.
Nice pass there.
Oh, that was a good turn by Abby, but right into a defender.
Lucy Ryan sprinting back downfield, looking to play defense here as Nauset gets down the wing once again. Ball's crossed into the middle by Leah Nash. Abby Higgins. Sam Mahoney's going to come up with the ball here. Oh, 8th grader Dakota Hesse centers it, and Nauset pushes it back over the 50. Abby Higgins with a great step. She's looking to send it up to a wall. She gives her she points her finger
beautiful.
up the field. Abby takes the cue and comes up with the ball here. Putting on great pressure. The Sharks are going to have to get just a little bit more aggressive if they want to get this ball and get some shots on net here. Sam Mahoney with the step here. It's going to be a white ball. She throws it into Grace, number 29, who just misses the ball.
First touch is so important there.
Dakota working to get past defender, number 22 for Nauset.
Nice touch there.
Abby Higgins remaining solid against number 23. Sends it back in front of the goal, and goalie Jamie Rushnack for Nauset will make the save here. Second punt of the game, she sends it right to the 50. Sam Mahoney jumps to try and make the stop here. Wallace it down on the ground, gets up very fast. Katie Ganshaw looking to protect her sister here, and Sam Mahoney makes an important clear to the side. Kelsey Olsen is going to take a sub out here by Tori McCormick. Kelsey has very strong play out there all season long as well.
I want to really pay attention to the gap in the middle of the field.
Someone uncovered in the middle is very dangerous there.
And you can penetrate the dribble. I'm telling you right now. Sit and watch.
Hopefully they'll learn from that and mark up in the middle.
Huge gaps in there. Because look at the hole right now. See what I'm talking
You can
about?
see large gaps on the field here as the Nauset coach is directing his players to look out for these.
And think about exploiting that dribble.
Another corner kick here. That's great placement right there. Oh!
And the ball at the back of the net as Josie Ganshaw makes a great effort. But again, Nauset is not giving up here, and their second effort is really making a difference. difference.
So we're 2-0 here for those of you guys that are just tuning in.
We have 12:43 left in the first half of the game.
The teams seem pretty evenly matched. It's a big improvement for the Sharks so far, as they lost 6-0 last year.
The Sharks are just going to have to look to get a few more shots on net if they want to even out this game.
Ooh,
Abby Wallace has some great moves here with back pass to Katie Ganshaw, who sends it up. Dakota Hesse looking for the touch, but just missing. Ooh, great reflex there. Abby Higgins takes it up the middle, but is soon stopped by number 16 for Nauset.
number 10 playing extremely well with those fast reflexes there.
Especially as an 8th grader, that's a key element for this team.
Very impressive.
Throws it in, and Nauset ends up with the ball here. Crossing the 40, sending it up the line. You can see Nauset coming down that wing again, and Leah Nash boots it out to the side. That's an important play there. Caitlin Lyons will follow the ball out of bounds, and Reagan Meehan picks it up for the throw-in for Nauset.
That's a good idea by Leah, trying to work it up the side.
Reagan Meehan finds number 21 for Nauset, who sends it back. And Kara Moore ends up with the ball here. Trying to make the give and goes work, and Katie Ganshaw makes that extra step, which pushes it outside of the Sharks' circle. Tori McCormick putting great pressure on here as Reagan Meehan dodges some Monomoy defenders and sends it back down the field for Nauset. Nauset crosses it out to the side, and it's a great one-touch ball by Kara Moore.
Kara Moore really has those one-touch balls down to a science, down the line every time. There was a sub for Nauset. Looks like a new forward's in.
Claire Wardlow comes off the field.
Step!
Great step by Abby Wallace, who works to cross it but is shut down by Kara Moore. Looks like Maggie Dever is making her way back into the game and taking out number 11, Caitlin Lyons.
Coach, I need some. Coach, I need some.
All right, apparently she is hurt.
Olivia Pickard for Nauset calls to the coach for a sub, and she appears to be limping.
She's a key player for Nauset. That's going to be a hard hit having her not on the field. Ooh. A nice, clean defensive play by Katie Ganshaw. Love to see that.
Olivia Pickard limping off the field here as number 2 comes in for her sub. Ball is headed by Abby Higgins up to Abby Wallace, who crosses it. And Kara Moore again with that one touch. Boots it in as Leah Nash kicks it back out past the 40 for Monomoy. Nauset again with that downfield control.
They're playing really smart when they play it back. It gives their offensive team time.
Yeah, and they look for that extra space there. Settling the ball.
Be ready to attack it when it comes.
It's going to be Monomoy's ball here as Nauset kicks it out of bounds. Looks like 8th grade Hannah Slater will be taking the ball here. She throws it in, looking for Tori McCormick to step up, as she does. It's deflected by a Nauset defenseman. Hannah Slater is going to try once again for this throw-in, right past the 50. Great header by 8th grader Dakota Hess. Number 25 for Nauset comes up with the ball, crosses it, looking for 13 here, who has plenty of space. Last line of defenseman for the goalie, Katie Ganshaw, clearing it out to the side like she's been doing all game.
That's a great play by Katie Ganshaw.
Going on 8:40 left here in the first half as Kara Moore takes the throw-in for Nauset. Great receiving skills by number 16. Looking for the cross here as she does. And it's just short on the right of the goal, out of bounds.
That's a nice idea. She just needs that placement in the middle.
Josie Ganshaw really looking to connect with one of her own players on left boot. As she's had very strong kicks, but has not been connecting to her own players.
That's got to be a white ball right there. We can't give that up.
Recover, just recover!
Abby looking for the step here as she settles the ball. Great ball by Abby Wallace. Upfield to Maggie Dever, who crosses it to Tori McCormick, looking to have to dodge a defender here as Nauset regains their strength in the backfield. Sends it back up to Nauset, who's looking for this back play again. Dakota crosses it to Abby, who uses her strong boot to send it downfield into Nauset's end.
Keeps it inbounds. That's impressive.
Sends it back up to her own player, who crosses it over.
They're going to look for the long cross here.
And she has a lot of space on the wing here as Katie Ganshaw stepping up. But Abby Wallace recovers back, looking to put pressure on Nauset. We have some more subbing here. We have number 18 for Nauset going in for number 5 as Leah Nash comes back off the field. And number 12 goes in for Monomoy. You can see some of these matchups are very tricky for the Sharks as they have some of their youngest players on Nauset seniors.
Nice idea by Maggie, but no one's there on the wing.
The Sharks are still putting up a great fight here. Lots of strength. Nobody's giving up quite yet. This is their undefeated season, so there's a lot of motion right here.
That looks like a foul on Abby Higgins. That's going to be a dangerous play for the Sharks. Looks like number 16, Emily McGrath, is taking the kick.
Aquina, yep. We're going 2 here. Aquina, come on.
She's telling Aquina to move to the middle.
And she sends it towards the post of Monomoy's goal, and it's just wide.
That was excellent placement by McGrath, but they couldn't get that one touch.
Number 24 for Nauset, Julie Wilson, is going to be taking off Kara Moore, who's had a very strong game this game. The ball is back in Nauset's possession once again in the Sharks' end. Number 16 comes up with the ball and centers it. Number 28, Josie with the diving save here. Very smart play by goalie here as she punts it up the field towards Maggie Dever. The Sharks are going to have to communicate here if they want the ball. Sam Mahoney with strong play. Despite her size, she stays on her feet as Nauset pushes her. Abby Higgins with another boot here.
Look for Tori here. That's where you want the ball.
And she places it towards Grace Ventura and Abby Wallace. Maggie with the step here. Sends it wide to Abby Wallace. Smart play there. Abby's going to be looking for the cross here, as she does to Maggie Dever. Great touch by Nauset here as they boot it back towards our 50. And it just crosses. Number 12.
That first touch was really important there.
And Lexi Horror, number 12 for Monomoy, just misses it as an 8th grader. That's a lot of pressure here in a varsity game. Abby Wallace boosts it right up to Tori McCormick, who's looking to settle it here and send herself on a breakaway. Nauset up with the ball again, sends it backfield. Back to 21. Backfield again. They have plenty of time here. We're going to have to put some pressure on. Maggie Dever with a great touch. Up to Grace. And it ends up in Nauset's hands again. Katie Ganshaw putting on great pressure. Sam Mahoney sends it up to Abby Wallace, who fights for the ball there.
Very aggressive play here.
Kelsey Olsen is going back into the game. And number 17, Dodoli's going in for 13 on Nauset. Grace is coming back out for Monomoy as Kelsey takes the field once again.
Come on, Tori! Come on, Tori!
Abby Higgins boots it down the field for Monomoy, but nobody's there to receive that for her.
Get organized, come on!
That was a good idea, but we really want those small on-the-ground passes. That's working best for us tonight.
Yeah, Higgs, you're going to have to help there. Go ahead, Abby, come on! Yeah,
Monomoy's
Sam,
pushing
yeah,
up
Sam.
the field.
Nice
Sam
job,
Mahoney
Sam.
remaining sturdy. Sends the
play.
ball to Maggie Dever,
Come on, Tori,
who
get up!
kicks it towards the center of the goal, but it's deflected back from Nauset. Higgs to Maggie Dever again. Abby Wallace looking for an important step here.
Ooh, that was
Nice pass, and Kelsey Olsen is just short of that reception as Jamie Rushneck scoops up the ball for Nauset.
That was such a great play, such great execution by Abby Wallace.
Abby Higgins touches the punt there as Katie Ganshaw works to center it back. Important touch there by Hannah Slater. Maggie Dever comes up with the ball here, despite great defensive play by Nauset, and Abby Higgins sends it back out to the wing. Tori McCormick looking for a sprint up the side here as she dodges 2 defenders and hits the ground on the 3rd. She's bouncing back up, and it's going to be Monomoy's ball.
This can be a really, really important play for Monomoy. It's a direct kick. That means if Abby gets it on net, it will count as a goal. No one else has to touch it. I think she might try to take this on net right here.
With only 2 minutes left in the first half, this is going to be a very important play to keep Monomoy in this.
Ready, top left corner.
And it's just high of the left side of the net
Keep
there.
it down here, Sharks! Keep the pressure on here! Let's go! Keep it up!
Such a strong kick by Abby Higgins, so close. She'll get him next time. That could have been a really, really crucial play for Monomoy. Oh.
Kelsey Olsen takes a header there and is on the ground. Stands back up, and it's an Abby Higgins possession.
Step up.
Great play by 8th grader there, number 12 for Monomoy, as she pushes it back across the 50. And decks a player from Nauset.
All right.
Nauset's coming back down the wing here on the left side. They've been known for doing this all game. Katie Ganshaw with a great step. Katie's really playing important defense right here, protecting her sister who's in the goal.
Katie Ganshaw is having an amazing game tonight.
Great game.
Everyone is on their toes, man.
They really are, dude. They really are.
Okay, here we have a corner. We have 2 girls going over the corner. It looks like they're going to be dribbling it in. And
Another trick play here by Nauset as she dodges around 8th grader Dakota Hess and centers it to the goal, but nobody's there on the right post.
again, another attempt not on net. Good energy right now, but they just can't get it in the back of the net.
Abby Walsh with the ball. Great cross to Kelsey Olsen, who's going to have to get by 2 defenders here. Just can't quite make that effort. Good step by Hannah Slater. Up to Tori McCormick, and it's back into Nauset's possession. Number 2 for Nauset. Yes, great touch by Kelsey Olsen, who remains on her feet, dodges 2 defenders, and is looking for the pass there, but there's nobody there. Tori McCormick manages to get a touch on the ball, but it's back onto Nauset's defenseman's feet. That'll be the end of the first half here. It's 2-0 Nauset, and the Sharks are going to have to look to put in a great second half effort if they want to come back and keep their season undefeated. We will catch you after the half.
All right, and we're back for the second half of the game. Emma will be back momentarily. So we are looking to stay aggressive on the ball. We want to work in these small, short passes. We've had no real shots on net, and so we need to start getting up there and keeping our possession up there. Nauset switched out their goalie. We have senior Michelle Coons in the net now instead of Jamie Rushnack.
Ooh. Abby Higgins gains the ball from Kelsey Olson. Nauset number 16, Emily McGrath has a ball as it enters the backfield for Nauset.
Reagan Meehan has possession.
Sends it to
Ashley McGrath.
Little push there from Dever. Great aggressive play though as the Sharks continue to fight to defend their undefeated season.
We have Kara Moore taking the kick. Oh wow, that was strong.
Moore sends it to number 25.
Great play there by Alyssa Lyons. Keeps it out. Looks like it's white ball. We need to be the first two right here. First touch is super important. She's going to try to save it.
As
And
Alyssa kicks it out of bounds there. It's going to be Nauset's ball, and Meehan, number 15, is going to take the throw in here. Looking to find Nauset player. .16 McGrath holds onto the ball
by Tori.
Tori McCormick's coming back up the center of the field here for the Sharks.
Coach is not happy with that pass. We want that short.
Really, the Sharks are really going to have to connect here on these passes. They're sending blind balls, and it's ending up in Nauset's possession. Maggie Dever crosses it back to Higgins, who sends it upfield as number 25. Ali Bezio ends up with the ball here. Kelsey Olson rolling over herself at the 30-yard line. Holding her head.
Ooh, thought she fell. Oh, looks like Olivia Pickard is back in after being injured.
Sends it up to 16 McGrath, who's looking to cross it to 15 Meehan. McGrath ends up back with the ball as Maggie Dever fights for it here.
There's a
Number
shot
8
on
McGrath shoots on net, and Josie Ganshaw makes the catch here to save. Runs the ball up towards the 50, right to Wallace. Wallace looking to settle the ball here. Steps out of the way as Kara Moore plays great defense. Katie Ganshaw with a good touch here.
Kara Moore is really one of their key players tonight on defense.
Definitely for sure she's showing up to this game.
What Nauset really likes to do is use all their players on one side, so they send the defense up here to play offense as well.
This is going to be Monomoy's ball, as it looks like Hannah Slater, the 8th grader, will be throwing it in here. Goes it upfield. 22 for Nauset. Pellegrini makes contact with the ball. Maggie with aggressive play sends it back to Higgins, who sends it up to Valley for 14. Tori McCormick comes up with the ball, looks to center it. There's no one there for her. And goalie Coons makes the save here.
That was a nice attempt by Tori and Kelsey there. Good idea.
Coons sends it upfield. Number 8 McGrath sends it up the field to Connerly, who seems to be limping at this point. Just trying to walk it off here, as it's going to be Nauset's ball. Kara Moore going to be taking the kick here. Tori puts on defensive pressure.
See, this is a direct kick. I don't think this will be a shot on net, but Sharks better be careful here.
Kara Moore with a good boot here. Nauset looking to tip it in. Katie Ganshaw makes a great defensive play and heads it out of bounds for the Sharks.
That was a really nice play by Katie. Oh, we have white ball.
Josie Gancha's going to kick it here. Looking to get this ball upfield to a white player.
Come on, guys. We gotta get something on that.
McGrath heads it back towards Josie Ganshaw. Abby Higgins with the ball here. Kara Moore with a great touch, but Kelsey Olsen moves in and just misses here. McGrath sends it up the sideline.
That's you, Wally.
Abby Higgins
Leland.
put that great pressure on it.
Leland's coming up the wing here as she has been all game, and Katie Ganshaw makes another strong defensive play for Monomoy.
Here we have a corner for Nauset. It's like Kara Moore taking the kick.
Kicks it into Pellegrini, who shoots just left of the net here once again.
Good idea by Nauset, but just can't get it on net.
I'm not even playing, and I have them in my shoes. They're over my house. Like in the wash.
Josie Ganshaw with another kick here. Looking for her players to cut back to the ball for her.
Come on.
As
we gotta
Connerly
get
makes
in
a
front of that.
great step for Nauset. Sends it to the side, up to Leland on the wing once again, who dodges past Katie Ganshaw. And Abby Higgins with a strong boot up to the center to Kelsey Olsen. Sends it out to the side, and Maggie Dever is able to connect. Looking for a pass here to Abby Higgins. Great connections by the Sharks.
Oh.
Once again settled by defenseman Kara Moore on Nauset's side.
That was great movement by the Sharks. Small plays.
It looks like Alyssa Lyons is going to boot it out to the side again for the Sharks. Great defensive play here. Reagan Meehan's going to take the throw in for Nauset.
Down the line to McGrath.
Come on, Caitlin. Come on, Alyssa. Come on.
It's a great turn.
Alyssa.
Great defensive play right there by Alyssa, who sends it back up the field looking for a Monomoy player. Tori McCormick's going to drop back and get the ball here, looking to send it up to Kelsey Olsen.
Tori, you gotta play to Kelsey's feet. Right?
Tori has the right idea, but as coach is saying right now, she really has to play to Kelsey's feet. She can't send it that far ahead because Nauset's defenders are very fast and going to catch up with that much quicker than we can.
Allie! Allie! Allie!
Meehan with a throw back to 26 for Nauset. Connerly, who sends it up to McGrath. Maggie Dever with an important step there. Kelsey Olsen can't make it work. Abby Higgins sends it back to Maggie Dever. Ooh. It's back to Leland over there on the wing. She's now in the middle looking for a cross to one of her teammates. McGrath steps up, looks for the send to Reagan. McGrath ends up with the ball once again, passes to number 8 McGrath. Who looks for the center there. Great touch by Pickard.
There's a shot.
And a save by Josie Ganshaw. Josie Ganshaw sends it right to the 40. Great effort on the header there by Hannah Slater. Abby Higgins with the touch. McGrath with the ball to the wing. Pickard sends it up the line. Looking to connect with Leland, but the ball is out of bounds, and Katie Ganshaw is going to collect it for Monomoy. Looks like Wardlow's going back in for Nauset. And she'll be taking off Claire Connerly. Ball is kicked up the field. Great settle by Katie Ganshaw as she remains aggressive and kicks the ball out to the right side for the Sharks. Stays inbounds, and it's going to be a shot on net by Kara Moore as she hustles to get back while Josie Ganshaw makes a save. Josie punts it up to the middle. Tori McCormick's going to look to settle the ball here. Great touch by her to Kelsey Olsen, who heads it back in McCormick's direction.
That was a great play by Tori to the side.
Abby Wallace looking to get up the wing here. Dodges by defender Kara Moore. Centers it up to Kelsey Olsen. And McGrath hits it right to Abby Higgins, who's going to send it back into the offensive circle for the Sharks. Maggie with a back pass to Alyssa Lyons, who kicks it just right at the goal here. And it's going to be Nauset's ball once again. Sharks are going to have to look to keep it down in this end of the field, get some shots on net if they're going to want to stay in this game.
Someone's got to be there, Sharks.
Reagan Meehan sends it cross field to Leland. Kara Moore with a boot back upfield. Leah Nash with a miss there as Alyssa Lyons fights to get back. We're going to have to recover here. Nice touch by Leah Nash.
That was crucial play by Leah Nash right there because that would have been a one-on-one with the goalie and the offender.
Leah Nash continues to hold her own throughout the game as she's matched up against some of the toughest Nauset seniors as a freshman. Hannah Slater, great step in front of the net, and Josie Ganshaw is going to chase that all the way out of bounds. Josie Ganshaw kicks it upfield towards Hannah Slater. Great kick there by Katie Ganshaw, sending it up towards Kelsey Olson. Defenseman number 25 for Nauset, Bezio, is going to make the save. Tori McCormick kicks it in to keep it on the Nauset end for the Sharks. Reagan Meehan with a good send back to their goalie, who punts it up the line towards McGrath.
That was a nice play by their keeper.
Alyssa Lyons doesn't hesitate to send it back in towards Abby Wallace. McGrath with the ball here, and Tori McCormick with a great touch. It's sent back towards the Sharks' end as Abby Wallace fights to get the ball from Leland. Great boot by Kara Moore once again, who sends it towards defenseman Katie Ganshaw. Ball's in the Sharks' end here with numbers down. And Leah Nash makes another important defensive play, sending it off to the side to make it Nauset ball.
So it looks like Julie Wilson throwing it in
To McGrath, who looks to center it. Great touch there by Wardlow, but knocks Katie Ganshaw to her feet, and it looks like it's going.
It's like a Nauset ball. Don't understand why. Interesting. So this looks like it's a direct kick because they're making a wall. It's going to be Emily McGrath taking the kick. This is a really important play for the Sharks.
As McGrath has a very close shot towards the net here. Abby Higgins, Alyssa Lyons, Tori McCormick look to make the wall here as Josie Ganshaw remains on her feet. Great stop there by Abby. And the ball is outside now.
That was a nice stop by the wall. Don't even know who was
Abby Higgins, right at her stomach. You can see her looking at it now. It's probably going to leave quite the mark.
What a grinder.
Josie Ganshaw sends it up the left side for the Sharks here. Katie clears it out to the side once again. With 27 left in the second half, the Sharks are really holding their own out here against such a strong team.
So that was Olivia Pickard with a potential shot, but not on frame.
We have subs going in now. We have Lucy Ryan and Sam Mahoney looking to get into the game. Back in on the action. Nauset subs are lining up here. We have Rudman and Gail looking to get in on the action as well. Alyssa Lyons looking for a boot here up the side. Just misses.
Subs. 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 No.
Caitlin Lyons throws it up towards Alyssa Lyons. Kelsey Olson dodges out of the way of the ball here, and it's coming right towards us, so we're in on the action as well.
So we got subs going in. Ooh, close up. We have Alyssa Lyons coming off, Hannah Slater coming off. Both playing really strong.
And Wilson's going to take the throw in once again here for Nauset. Looking to connect with It seems like McGrath here. Wilson chasing after the ball as it goes out of bounds, looking for another throw-in. Throws it towards Rudman, who sends it back towards Wilson. And Leah Nash with another great kick out of the Monomoy defensive zone. Kara Moore with that one touch, looking for the give and go here, and they will get it. Going up the side, we have number 5 for Nauset Gale.
There's a cross.
Beautiful cross there, and a great save by Josie on the left post.
We really got to be looking out for those crosses to the middle.
Boots it up to McCormick. Centered back to Higgins. And a great diving pass there by Nauset defense. Lucy Ryan comes up with the ball, looking for Kelsey Olsen. Kelsey putting up a great fight here against Wilson. Olivia with the ball, and Leah Nash with another great clear to the side here. Making important plays here as a freshman.
That's Wilson with the throw-in.
Sends it back to Bezio. To McGrath. It's Meehan who sends it wide, and Kara Moore puts it down the line once again. Sam Mahoney with a stop here for Monomoy. Nauset jumps back in front of the ball. Ooh.
Hannah Slater with a crucial play.
Caitlin Lyons here with the ball. Olivia dodging around defenders, shoots the ball just wide of the net once again.
Come on, guys, get your shape back, get your shape back.
You can hear Monomoy coach here yelling for the players to keep their structure and regain their shape on the field.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting tired, but we really have to stay on our game here and hold them.
We have Caitlin Lyons out for the Sharks now, and Dakota Hesse is in on the action.
Yeah, Leah.
Header by Leah Nash, who's really showing up second half. Katie Ganshaw tries to clear it, and Nauset gets a shot off right of the post.
Again, not on net.
I'm impressed, Leah, I'm impressed.
Coach is very impressed with freshman's game. Leah Nash has been clearing the ball all game, despite her matchup with many Nauset seniors.
We have McGrath and Pickard come off for Nauset.
Ball is sent towards Nauset's direction as Leland works to settle the ball. Sends it to Rank. Shot on net there by Rudman, but a save by Josie Ganshaw. She punts it down towards Abby Wallace, who can't come up with the ball here, but Abby Higgs has her back. And it's going to be Nauset's ball. Kara Moore is going to take the shot here. Oh,
Already took it.
Frank sends the ball wide, looking for Leland, who goes with the diving shot, far right of the post. Ganshaw with the ball here again.
Hopefully she can connect with a white player. But they can't step through.
Gale steps in front there with a nice cut. Josie's going to go for a second attempt on the punt here. Sends it up towards Tori McCormick. Reagan Meehan with an important header there. Tori's looking to regain touch. Aggressive work there by Tori McCormick. It's sent back towards Reagan Meehan, who touches the ball off towards her own goalie. Risky play here, sends it to the goalie, who one-times it towards Dakota Hess from Monomoy. Rudman settles the ball and centers it.
That was a really nice play to
Gale on the wing there. McGrath sends the ball
and gets it right back.
Regains control here. As
She's playing smart to switch the field.
Great pass there. If number 9 could get in for the shot, that would have been a very impressive play by Nauset, but Josie Ganshaw cuts it off. Sends it upfield towards Kelsey Olsen and Maggie Dever. McGrath sends the ball back to a defenseman as she sends it up to McGrath once again.
That's out.
Wilson hits the ball just out of bounds as Lucy Ryan will take the throw in here for Monomoy. Abby Wallace is coming out for Monomoy as Grace Ventura goes in on the left wing.
Abby's having a really strong game tonight.
Good header there by Kelsey Olsen. Ducks to make it work for her team. Leah Nash coming in, stepping up, and Katie Ganshaw is looking for the center pass here. Abby Higgins regains control against two Nauset defenders.
Grace, come on back in the middle, back in the
Drops
middle.
back as Katie Ganshaw works to step up, but is pushed by. Josie Ganshaw regains control of the ball here with a great save. Sends it up the field.
Ooh, that hurt.
Good touch by Grace there, but she's set down by Nauset defenseman. The ball is in Nauset's zone now, but the forwards are lagging behind here. Reagan Meehan follows the ball out of bounds. Passes it to Kara Moore, who's going to take the throw in here. Great, strong throw in by Kara Moore. Maggie Dever comes out on top of the ball as McGrath fights to put it back into Nauset's possession.
There's an offsides right there. So we got an indirect kick from Abby Wallace. We're going to try to play it to Kelsey.
Great ball placement by Abby Higgins as Maggie Dever comes on up top with the ball. Higgins to Leah, who looks on the outside for Grace, who sends the ball over the heads of Nauset defenseman. Wilson with a great play by Nauset there. And Rudman sends it out to the wing towards Gale, who's going to look to cross here, but can't quite make it happen.
That was great ball placement, but Gail could not get the right touch on that.
Josie Ganshaw's going to take another punt here. With just 18 minutes to go in the second half for the Sharks here. Katie Ganshaw steps up.
It's like a kick for Nauset, direct. Kara Moore is going to take that. So it's most likely going to be a shot on net. It's close enough, so we're building a wall.
And the ball is just off the left post there.
That was great placement. If 23 could have gotten a handle on that, that would have been a goal right there. It's like a corner kick for Nauset.
The ball's crossed in front of Monomoy's goal as Maggie works to kick it out of bounds and hits the outside of the net there. Sam Mahoney tosses the ball to Josie Ganshaw, who's going to start us off with another punt here. We're going to have some Nauset subs soon here. Looks like Olivia Pickard's going to be getting back into the game, as well as Ashley McGrath. Save there by Michelle Kuhn for Nauset, as Monomoy works their way into Nauset's zone here.
That looks like a handball on Nauset.
Abby Higgins is going to take the kick here.
It's like a direct kick.
This could be an important setup here for Captain Abby Higgins. Sends the ball over the heads of the Nauset defenders, looking for somebody on that right post, but she can't make the connection there.
That was a really nice try by 8th grader. She had the right idea.
Number 12 for Monomoy, Lexi Hora, is going back into the game as Leah Nash steps off the field. Off for Nauset now are Rank and Leland. Pickard with the ball, sends it up the side here, but Katie Ganshaw shuts that down. Good step there for Nauset, and a header by Lexi. Oh, Lexi looking to get the ball back up the sideline to her classmate, Dakota Hess.
Nice play by Dakota. Good turn.
Essie McCarthy with the ball. McGrath. I said McCarthy. McGrath has the ball here, looking to center it. Great touch there by Pickard.
And down the line.
Katie Ganshaw looking for another defensive play here. Hesitates a little bit and follows it out of bounds. It's going to be the goalie's ball here for Monomoy. Josie punts the ball up towards Sam Mahoney. Katie Ganshaw with an important touch there. Pickard ends up with the ball, sends it back towards the net. Ganshaw makes an important save here.
Really strong punt for Ganshaw.
It's off the head of Kara Moore, off the head of Maggie Dever, and it's up towards Kelsey Olson. Reagan Meehan works to kick the ball. Great save there by Tori McCormick, looking for somebody in the midfield here. And Coons makes a save for Nauset. Punts it upfield towards the 40 at Abby Higgins and Maggie Dever, who work together to regain control. Sent to Grace on the side, back to Higgins, back to Grace. Great give and go work right there. Grace looks to settle the ball. McGrath has the ball at the 40, using her speed to work upfield as Abby Higgins looks to make the defensive drop. Ball is over the heads of the Monomoy.
It's a nice play there, but it looks like number 22, Isabel, was offsides. So we have an indirect kick here for Abby Higgins. Hopefully she can connect with Kelsey or Tori up top.
Good ball send by Abby Higgins over the heads of some Nauset players. Still looking to get towards Kelsey Olson. The ball sends towards Lucy Ryan. 8th grader Lexi up the side, goes up wide. Ooh, sends the ball towards the table here.
Hits the coach.
Wilson sending the ball in here. It's Lexi again, gets by Lexi, but Maggie's here to back her up.
Awesome play by Maggie, up to Kelsey.
12 minutes left here in the game as Dakota Hesse works up the right side of the field. Shut down by Nauset defense. Maggie Dever regains control, looking to center it here. Dodges around number 9, Rudman for Nauset. Kelsey Olson centers to Tori McCormick, who can't regain control right there.
Looks like Abby Higgins is going to get that.
Sharks are being patient here. Lots of great short passes.
Tori's going to come to that. Great pressure by Sam Mahoney there. Ooh.
Come on, keep working, shot!
Looks like she's going to switch fields.
Nice pass there by McGrath. Looking to connect with Rudman, who shoots just left of the goal there. Josie Ganshaw is looking to regain the ball right here. Send it down the field. Kelsey Olson stepping off the field as Abby Wallace takes place on the right, on the left wing.
Again, a really smart play by Nauset, but can't get it on net.
Tough punt there as it ends up in the control of McGrath. Pickard has the ball here as she dodges around Sam Mahoney and sends it up towards Pellegrini. Pellegrini back to Pickard. Pickard has the ball. Great shot on net there, but just wide.
defense really has to bring the pressure up again and get where we were at when we started the game. Seems like everyone's getting tired. Looks like this is going to be a one-on-one. Offsides again for number 8. Or is that number 8? Nope, that's number 9.
Abby Higgins sends it over the head, looking to get to Abby Wallace.
Who's next? Rush that down?
Lucy Ryan with a rush here. Not quite tall enough to make the header there, as Dakota Hesse centers it back for Monomoy. Tori McCormick regains control, looking to send it out to Grace Ventura. Nauset boots it back up the wing towards Pellegrini, who can't regain control before the ball is sent out of bounds. Leah Nash going back in for Monomoy, taking off Maggie Dever.
Looks like a corner rank is taking off Olivia Pickard for Nauset.
Captain Abby Higgins calls a timeout for Monomoy here. Oh, no, she didn't. Maggie just came off the field saying that, but doesn't look like it happened. With just 9 minutes left here to go, the Sharks are going to have to keep fighting. Abby Wallace sends the ball towards the center as Abby Higgins rushes the ball. Lucy Ryan steps up. Wilson heads the ball back towards Nauset, and it's going to hit our camera here. Nauset's out to get our camera.
Shout out to Lucy Ryan for eating that. Ball's out on Monomoy. Leah Nash with a great header there. McGrath settles the ball for Nauset. Crosses and switches fields. Frank comes up with the ball. Sends it back towards the backfield. Reagan Meehan with the touch here. They're sending it back up the field for Nauset. Lucy Ryan steps up. Sends it towards Rank. Looks like we're going for the corner here. And pass side.
Great cross there, but a good step by Lexi for Monomoy.
Good.
Nauset dodges out of bounds, and it's going to be Monomoy's ball here.
Interesting. Or not.
Oh, okay.
So we have a corner kick here. It looks like Kara Moore is taking it. She's had really strong kicks. Placement is perfect. Dangerous for the Sharks.
That's a nice cross there once again. It's in a little bit of a cluster here as Sam Mahoney ends up on the ground. Oh, that's Dakota Hess. Nauset regaining control, looking to send it outside to Rudman, who sends it back to Bezio, back to Rudman. Over the heads of Monomoy defenseman, and Josie Ganshaw grasps the ball here.
That was great defense by the Sharks. Just under 7 minutes left here. Sharks are holding their own against this very strong team. Looks like a push on Nauset. We have a direct kick from Abby Higgins.
Captain Abby Higgins continues to make strong play out here for the Sharks. Spins to her feet, but gives us a thumbs up as she gets back up. Hannah Slater takes Lucy Ryan off the field.
That was a nice chip by
Diving save by Josie Ganshaw.
What a beautiful save.
Josie Ganshaw punts it up the sideline. Gets it by 2 Nauset players here. Wilson comes out on top. Standing next to Caitlin Lyons on the side, who's looking to get back into the game. Abby Wallace with a great touch here as it's off of Nauset. Anna Slater is going to take the throw in. throw-in. Ref signals the throw-in. And
So Grace
grader-
Ventura comes off from Monomoy.
Hannah Slater, the 8th grader, sends it into Dakota Hess, the other 8th grader, who heads it towards Victoria McCormick in the center there. Nauset regains control. McGrath calls for the ball. And Hannah Slater's going to take another throw in here for Monomoy.
She really has to connect with White here. We have to step 2.
Abby Wallace moves
Nice.
towards the ball, looking to dodge by defenders. Great cross towards Tori McCormick, right to her feet. Tori dodges through a defenseman, and Nauset sends it back towards Monomoy's side.
Okay, Emily.
Abby Higgins with a great defensive touch there. Lyons clears it out. Great touch by Dakota Hess. Abby Wallace up with the ball, looking to send it up the side towards Leah Nash.
Really smart play. That looks like a handball.
How's that not a handball?
Ref, we didn't see that handball?
Fans and coaches are upset that that was not a handball.
Watch the game. Hey, Black.
Ref saying that the handball would not affect it enough to be called. Interesting.
Run at it, Hannah. Run at the ball.
Come on.
Run at it.
Ball's back down towards Monomoy's side as Lexi's fighting for the ball here with the Sharks. Katie Ganchar looking to close in, as she does on Gail, number 5 for Nauset.
That's a black throw in. It's like Emily McGrath's going to take it in herself.
Throws to Gail, back to Gail. Lexi makes the defensive play here, looking to cross it up the line, but not seeing anyone to pass to, as it's touched out of bounds. Sharks are going to take the ball here. Hannah Slater with the throw in once again. Up towards Leah Nash, who's looking to get it up the line. Great touch there by Sam Mahoney. Abby Wallace comes out with the ball.
That's out.
And it'll be out on Wilson.
That's great pressure by Abby Wallace.
Sharks are not giving up here with only 3 minutes left in the second half. Leah Nash with a great kick there.
Come on, Taylor, drop in.
Good touch by Nauset. Katie Gancha up high as a defenseman, making the tackle here, working her way back down to the backfield for the Sharks.
Great control there by Caitlin Lyons. Back to Abby Higgins.
Get up! Get up!
The ball is drifting into Nauset's side, and the goalie's going to one-time it.
Straight out
For
of
someone
bounds.
on the wing here for Monomoy as Hannah takes the throw in to Leah Nash. Nauset touches it out of bounds once again.
That's good for Monomoy. Moving up the field any way we can.
Slater's going to bounce back with another throw in here.
Out of bounds again with another offensive throw in by Hannah Slater.
Approaching 2 minutes here for the game.
Let's see if she can connect with Abby Wallace or Abby Higgins.
Throws it towards Higgins, who heads it. Gets it by defenseman for Nauset. Nauset's regaining control here as McGrath comes up with the ball, but Abby Higgins pushes by her. McGrath up the side now. Past Abby Wallace. Pushes it to Rudman. Dakota Hess with the ball for Monomoy. She passes it to Leah Nash. Gail regains control for Nauset, but it looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Monomoy once again. Hannah Slater with the throw-in, looking to connect with Leah Nash, who heads it. Nauset boots it back as Bezio makes a kick. Caitlin looking to regain control for Monomoy. Sam Mahoney stepping up on the side here against midfielder Pellegrini for Nauset. Nauset sending it down the wing once again as the Sharks continue to fight for the ball here with almost 1 minute left.
So we have less than 2 minutes here. Sharks are holding their own. A lot of play on Nauset's side, which is good to see. We just really have to be taking these shots now, keeping possession.
Claire, get up high. Claire.
Coach tells Claire Wardlaw, number 20, to get up high.
Play big.
It's thrown directly to McCormick, who taps it just out of bounds. It's going to be Nauset's throw-in once again. Taken by Kara Moore. He throws it down the wing, and Sam Mahoney will tap that out for Monomoy. It's going to be another throw-in by Kara Moore for Nauset.
Nice defensive pressure from Katie Ganshaw, but it looks like it's going to middle for a cross. And right out of bounds for a goal kick.
And that will be the game here as Nauset comes out on top at the end of the half, 2-0. That's going to be the final score as the Sharks are defeated to end their undefeated season. But that was a tough game for the Sharks, and as we said, this is a non-league game, so it won't count towards their tournament record.
And let's talk about that improvement from last year. 6-0 to 2-0. It's a great big difference.
It's only going to go up from here as many of the Sharks players are extremely young, and they have a lot of talent coming in from the feeder programs below them.
All right, well, this has been Monomoy in the evening.
Signing off, Emma Mon and Grace Boyle.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, do it.